Hi, everybody. Marina is here, your growth to scale strategist. Today, we have Sophie Amir again with us. Aren't you happy? I love Sophie. And we're going to talk about a very important topic. So say hi, Sophie, and then I'll introduce the topic. Hi.
Hello.
So today's topic is collaboration. There are a lot of medical professionals that live in a scarcity mindset. Their mindset is surrounding around this is my patient. I'm the only one who can treat them. And if I help them or refer them to somebody else, I will never see them again. So I will never be able to benefit financially from their presence. Those medical professionals are not only creating a problem where the patient does not get the proper medical help that they need, they also create a scarcity mindset in their clinic, which prevents them from acquiring more customers, more patients, because somebody who doesn't, and there are several reasons for it. Somebody who doesn't need to be in their clinic that they can't help, or their help is not efficient enough, are still on the docket. And while it's on the docket, it prevents from somebody who actually they could help and could benefit from their specialty from coming in and getting on their schedule. That's number one. And the second thing is, sorry, there's a lot of lights here, so I'm a little bit blinded. It's difficult for me. And the second thing is that when a medical professional is working in a mindset of scarcity, not only that they don't share their patients with other professionals that might be able to help them, other professionals feel like it's not a good fit to refer their patients to that person because they feel that if you're not helping if you're not helping your patients the best way possible medically, then I don't feel that I can trust you to help my patients, so I cannot refer to you. So if we talk about scarcity mindset and we move or shift from that mindset to abundance, and there's enough medical professionals out there, there's enough business out there, there's enough tools out there that can do a job that I might not be able to do it, will not only transform the medical industry and help fix the health of our patients, but also increase our bottom line and gain more business just by releasing the one that we cannot solve or cannot help efficiently. So that was a very long entrance to the topic. But Sophie, so let's talk a little bit about your career. You worked as a hydrotherapist, aquatherapist, and now you work in a physiotherapy clinic, and you see a lot of other doctors surrounding you, and you experience a lot of scarcity mindset where you want to do the referrals, you want people to collaborate and share their experience, share their knowledge, and a lot of them hold it dear for their life. No, I'm not giving you anything. This is mine, all mine. How does it make you feel as a medical professional? And how does it make you feel as a professional that can see a better way to do something, but nobody is collaborating or cooperating with you to actually help out?
I will not say that nobody collaborates, but I will say that the number of professionals that are ready to collaborate is very limited. And yes, as you said, the reason for it is just the mindset. You need to change the mindset and then you're ready to go. How it makes me to feel, I will say frustrated, disappointed, because if you put the client in the center and not your own benefits, you will collaborate because your abilities are very limited. doesn't matter if you're surgeon or you're specialist in certain field, you're specialist in the certain field. You're not God. You can't help everybody with everything. So, in my opinion, knowing your limits is just helping to help others.
So you're a great massage therapist, and you used to treat aquatherapy as well, patients in water. Which professions do you feel that could absolutely benefit from aquatherapy, and they don't know that you exist, your profession exists, or they don't refer to you for one reason or another, and they should?
Pediatricians, because almost half of my clientele were kids, starting from infants and ending, the age that kids no more are kids. Those that work with the developmental difficulties, issues with kids. So I'm talking about occupation therapists, surgeons that work with the elder population, with seniors, especially those that work on joint replacements. I can be very efficient with the rehabilitating after those surgeries. I will add to it very specific specialists like lungs specialist or cardio specialist. As I mentioned in my previous interview, water could be very, very beneficial for those two areas of health. Physiotherapist, I work with the physiotherapist, and I was collaborating with them a lot, and I can tell that it's very helpful. And what I do, what they do, it's not the same. Another one that might be not easy to come with is the cancer care. Somebody that overcoming some cancer treatments would benefit from aquatherapy. Having seen it, I need to remember that to treat somebody with the cancer or after the cancer survivors, you need to have a very cleared environment. So I will not put somebody after cancer treatment in the public pool. No, it would be not something helpful. But I have if I have other options, I will use other options to treat them.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, last one that I didn't mention is also something not very superficial and not very easy to recall is psychiatrics. Mental health is a very special field that would benefit from some techniques that I'm using in aquatherapy.
I'm just thinking whether or not I want to hear. Let's tell 3 stories here. The first one would be about the lungs. The second one would be about the kid with the special needs that you told me about. And the third one will be the PTSD.
Okay.
So
lungs,
3 stories.
yeah, lungs is super easy. Actually, the case that I talked about was about lungs and cancer together. So we had a patient that had lungs cancer, and as a result of the surgery, lost a lot of the lungs capacity. So what we did for this patient was gradually increasing the lung capacity by making the patient to breathe under the water. So every time we started from very low impact, so it just was standing in the water and breathing, then we submerged the person under the water and make him breathe. And then it at the end of the treatment, because it was the hospital environment, so we could measure. The patient was run into the facility. They did the lungs capacity measurement, and every time it was increasing, and it was increasing drastically. Kids, I worked with a couple of not couple, I worked with a lot of kids, but one that I probably would love to share is it's actually about two kids that had the same birth trauma. One was treated almost immediately, 3 months after the birth, and another one started to have treatments 3 years after the birth. Both of them had brachial plexus injury. So it's the injury that happens when the baby was born, and by moving too quickly the shoulder, the nerve, bunch of nerve that sits in there was injured, and as a result, with the kid that started the treatment 3 years after the birth, one of the hands was shorter, and he actually didn't use the hand at all. When I compare him to the girl that started treatments after 3 months, she was using the arm. The length of both of her extremities were equal. What we worked on with her a couple of years after was her ability to throw objects from behind her back forward, to aim to the certain area, to be more specific. So, you know what, I have seen a lot of kids with no birth trauma that will benefit from the same treatment. But it's like the moon and the earth comparison between two of them, and they had the same condition in the beginning. PTSD is something that I came with when was treating veterans. So what the technique that I was using was Watsu. It's water shiatsu. It's part of the floating therapy. So the person is floating on the surface of the water and doing basically nothing. What veterans told me after a couple of those treatments was that their ability to sleep become easier. They were able to concentrate better, and overall the PTSD effect was, I can't tell that they overcame it, but it was less impressive.
They felt it less or less frequent,
Yes.
less intense. Okay. These are great stories. These are only 3 examples of some of the patients that you treated. So how come we don't have one of those here? What are the barriers? What are the challenges you're experiencing when you want to set up a pool like that? And why haven't you yet?
The biggest barrier is the absence of knowledge. If we're talking about healthcare professionals or we're talking about the general population, not many know what I'm talking about. The second barrier is accessibility.
It's what, sorry?
Accessibility.
Oh,
If we talk about massage therapy, for example, or acupuncture or any other treatment that people know about, this would be covered by insurance. When we come and talk about aquatherapy, it's not just that average person will not know about it. The insurance companies will not know about it as well. So they will not see it as something that they need to cover, and because of it, there's no coverage. So people that looking for some help with the treatment will not get it. So financial troubles, financial accessibility, but also there's no warm pool here in Winnipeg, not yet. As I mentioned before, aquatherapy, the best aquatherapy environment is a warm therapeutic pool. Pools, swimming pools are cold, and they're cold for a reason. When you're swimming, you're losing the heat. When you're doing aquatherapy, you're not losing the heat in the same amount. So the pool should be warm to relax you, to help you. I tried to do aquatherapy in city pools. It wasn't the same as to do it in the therapeutic pool.
And there is also the limit of in the public pool, you don't have the lifts, you don't have the treadmills, you don't have the equipment that is required to
Absolutely.
service the different conditions that can benefit the best from aquatherapy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you do have a warm pool in your area, or you do have access to pools and you want to learn about aquatherapy, there are a lot of resources out there that people are not familiar with, but they exist. And I would suggest reaching out to Sophie. Sophie is a great resource. She can tell you a lot about the practice, the options, the availability to professionals. And we can also create something together. If we don't have something, we can build it.
Yeah, my goal actually is to bring those cases to insurance companies, so to help them to be aware of the treatment on one side, and the people that need this treatment on the other side. So I hope with some time to have this coverage from the insurance.
It is a video about mindset, about collaboration, and about the options that are out there that not everybody are familiar with. So please open up your mind and open up your heart to sharing your patients with other professionals that can have better results than you can have. And I promise you that the universe will send you twice or 3 times as much patients that you can be a better solution for them versus the doctor or the professional that they came from. Think big, think abundance, don't think small of shortage. So thank you very much, Sophie. I really appreciate it. It was a great content, great video. And I'll see you on the next one. And I don't know yet what we're going to talk about, but it's definitely going to be enlightening and very interesting.
I would like to share my thoughts about whatever you're coming with.
And last thing, subscribe, like, and share so that everybody else can benefit from this information. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.